With the shadows of the Erd Tree almost out and the hype train ready to roll into the station, I feel that it's probably time that I get something off my chest. See, I've made over 300 videos and guides for Elden Ring, and I've watched even more, and you all keep mispronouncing this entire region of the game. And not in a way that makes sense in English, or even Latin, Spanish, or German as far as I can tell. And I have irrefutable proof, but I get it. It's a made-up land in a fictional world where everybody's name either starts with an M, Margit, Morgott, Margaret, Margarine, or they're a dragon with names that are made up from the crumbs on the bottom of the linguistics toaster. Blando Snacks, Palus Nudidix, Isaac's. I mean, look, Isaac's literally has a KZYK with a few vowels stapled on to pretend like we're supposed to be able to pronounce it. But no, as a wordsmith and a voice actor, it's my duty to take up these foolish ambitions and try my best to make sense of this hash that FromSoft and Martin have wrought. So on launch day, when I was streaming the game over 2 years ago for the first time, doing my usual blind playthrough thing, and I came across this little gem, I do what I do, and I tried to say that word. Oh, hello, welcome everybody to, salad, I said, not knowing that it would be the beginning of a long line of mockery and the birth of a channel meme where we pronounce proper names like their food. Altoids Plateau, Muffin Tops of the Giants, Turnips, Brother Corn, Sorceress Celery, the Leek Country, but Limegrave is my favorite. But the jokes and mockery end today, my friends. Oh, yes, they do. But first, let us look at the word salad. Now, absolutely nobody has a problem with the last 3 letters. L-I-D is already a word we are familiar with, so sight readers will just jump on that thing and screw the lid down, and phonics folks will nail that on the first try. Though I did find that a few people whose first language isn't English are going for the E to that vowel, making it lead. No, it's the first 3 letters that are a problem. They're not a normal arrangement that people have ready on their hotbar, so we're going to have to dig into some linguistics and understand what's going on here. Linguistics warning. First, we need to understand that E and A are not, in this case, 2 separate vowels. So understand that a vowel in written English is the letters A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, and that one W that everybody hates except for Scrabble players. But in spoken English, a vowel is a speech sound produced by human beings when the breath flows out through the mouth without being blocked by the teeth, tongue, or lips. So the sound is the vowel, not the letters. And in this case, A and E join up like a vocalized Voltron to form what's called a diphthong, which forms a single sound sliding from one sound into the other. Whew. Okay, now that that's plainly understood, let's look at the first letter. That C is being a problem. You see, a C can be pronounced the hard way or the easy way. Hard or soft. A hard sounds like the C in cake, and a soft sounds like the C in circle or spicy. Now, the general rule we teach children is that it's soft if it comes before I, E, or Y, and it's hard if it comes before A, O, or U. Simple, you might think. So since it's a C in front of an A, it must be a hard C like in cake. Break out the cake and celebrate. Except that's not how any other words in the English language pronounce words starting with C-A-E, because A-E is not the same as an A by itself. It is not a C in front of an A, it's a C in front of an A-E. And every single word in the English language that starts with C-A-E is a soft C. Take, for example, Caesar, cestus, cesium, caesura, Sicilian, cespetos. The list goes on. Every single one. And we even have one of those words in Elden Ring. Behold, the cestus. I hope nobody out there is calling it the castus, because that would be wrong. That's not how we pronounce this. But then, let's look back at the Marsh of Rot and see what it should sound like. There are 2 given pronunciation families in English, the Caesar-Cesium family with a C in front, which would give us a C-lid, or the Sicilian cestus Caesarian family, which would give our swamp the name Celid. both of which sound very close to salad to me. At least, far closer than the harsh, K-filled K-lid. And I'd love to just claim my victory as a wordsmith and end the video right here. But there's another thing to consider. Common usage. English is a conglomerate living language, so not only do we steal from other languages, we also change the meaning of words and how they sound just by using them. My mother still shudders to see when someone gifts a present rather than just giving it, or when someone has leaped over something rather than having leapt over it. So, it does matter how people use the words, and eventually if something isn't done, we'll be stuck pronouncing it like Iron Jar Alexander.
And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid Wilds. Caelid Wilds, Caelid Wilds.
So if you want to keep calling it Caelid, that will become the correct pronunciation, in jarring dissonance with the rest of the language. But if you, like me, wish to keep the purity of the blessed English language and fight to keep at least one thing constant for a little bit longer, please tell all your friends that the proper pronunciation is salad. And let's band together and stamp out this Caelid scourge while we still can. And I think we can both band together and get rid of that Caelid nonsense. And however you pronounce it, I hope you'll stay out of it, because it's a nasty place. You're welcome to stick around here and join the log pile by subscribing and check our first blind playthrough over here, or our playlist of over 300 to-the-point field guides in Elden Ring and other games. And I'll see you in a few days in the DLC.